Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I'm getting a late night shave today. Well, not super late night, but I'm gonna be doing something a little earlier in the morning tomorrow. So decided to just get a shave tonight. I didn't shave today, as you can kind of see. Just didn't need to, so decided not to. But gonna be doing a kind of brush review today. So I'm thinking I'll probably talk about the brush for maybe the first lather, maybe first pass, and then from there I'm just probably gonna talk about whatever. So if you're only here to learn about the brush, then once I'm done talking about it, that'll be it. But here we go. So brush today gonna be my Declaration B3. So B3 is the knot. This is the batch number 3 that Scott Stewart made, and this is a Washington shape in nebula resin. So looks really, I think it looks the coolest from the bottom. There's Scott's signature that he does on every brush. So I'm just gonna get started. The soap that I'm going with is GLS Gratiot League Square. Decided to just go full tilt Declaration. I mean, as much as I can. Don't have a Declaration razor, so can't do that, but this is super dry stuff too. But about the brush. So the B3 is regarded by most kind of Declaration owners as the as the worst batch. I kind of disagree, but I also don't think that there is a worse batch. But I do see where people are coming from. I notice when most people look at Badger knots, they're looking for that plush, luxurious feeling that this batch tends not to have. So this knot I would classify as more scrubby. Definitely not scritchy though, but it is not what I would consider a soft knot by any means. So when you are looking for these, or if you're considering getting one, you need to really make sure you enjoy a scrubbier knot. I personally like them. I really like them when I have any more than a day's growth. Even 24 hours growth is good for me, but if I'm any less than 24 hours, they can feel just a little bit scrubby. But I really enjoy the feel of this brush personally. As with all things in this community, your mileage may vary, but I do really enjoy this knot. So, if you are getting a handle from Scott Stewart, so he's got, I believe this came in 3 shapes, the Washington, as you see here, the Theodore, that I do not have, but I put it kind of akin to a chubby shape, and the Jefferson, which is right here. This is my Magnum B6 Jefferson. The knots all come in set sizes, so when you get a Washington, it's a 24 millimeter knot. When you get a Theo, I'm not super sure on the Theos, but I believe they are 28 millimeter knots. And the Jeffersons are also 28 millimeters as well. So those are just given. So if you do get a Washington shape from Declaration, it is a 24 millimeter knot by default. If you're getting them from, someone else, just gotta make sure you ask what size the knot is, because when you get but when you purchase the knotting service, you just purchase whatever knot size you need. So if it's not a handle from Scott, there is variability there. But I really like the Washington shape. I'm typically a fan of larger brushes, but this one's very nice. And it holds a great amount of lather, as you can see right here. And I think this is good to go. But yeah, very scrubby feeling. The flow through is nice though. I would rate this definitely dense, but I think as far as decoloration knots go, probably on the more sparse side of density. But I mean, for your average knot, it's still very dense. But if you are someone who likes a lot of plushness, a lot of luxuriousness, not a lot of scrub in their knots, in my opinion, of course, this knot will not be for you. But like I said, I personally really enjoy it. I like the scrub. I think that if you have like a couple days worth of growth, then your face isn't too sensitive, then I think it's a great brush to just have around. So pricing, these are relatively expensive brushes, so just make sure you can check Declaration's site for what they go for. The prices on the site are a little bit higher than normal because of like a tariff, but that'll give you a good idea of what they originally went for. So from there, you can decide if the offer you're being made is worth it to you or not. I'm not going to tell you like don't spend the money, and I'm not going to tell you to spend the money. That's up to you. That's up to you to make the decision whether or not you place that value on this brush. So there we go. That's it for the brush review. So if you tuned in to learn about the B3, thank you very much. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. And now I'll get into my shave. So my razor, going with my Awabi, and I'll get going. Really nice. Edges came out very nice on these. Very happy with that. So lately, just a little life update. I've been really trying to get back into the gym. Get back to working out, dieting, eating cleaner, and I think I made some decent progress so far. I'm by no means where I want to be yet, but definitely made some progress from where I started, probably about, I'll say, month or about a month and a half ago. And as I've been watching all these YouTube videos and stuff, kind of trying to catch up on fitness and everything, because it's constantly updating and changing, and science is updating and everything. So just watched a lot of YouTube videos, so haven't been watching as much shaving. If I'm not commenting on channels that I'm usually commenting on, I apologize, but yeah, I've just been kind of focusing on that a little bit more. For anybody who does not know my background, when I was going to college and when I was living in California, I was working as a personal trainer, and I was going to school for kinesiology and exercise science. So I do come from I don't want to say a fitness background, but that was what I enjoyed, or what I do still enjoy. But especially at that time, that was my intended career, my passion. So it's really nice to be getting back into it, though. I feel like I have a lot more energy nowadays. I feel less tired. I feel like I can focus a little bit better. I just feel all around a lot better. Hopefully, I mean, I'm losing a little bit of weight in my face. Hopefully that's the case, but yeah, I'm personally someone who enjoys having a regimen, having a kind of more of a set schedule. Nice routine to follow. So working out is just kind of natural for me once I fall back into it. I'm personally an early morning person, so I like to wake up early. Ooh, don't know why I did that. Typically, I try to get up at about 4:30 in the morning, and I like to go to the gym pretty early too. But yeah, it's just been really cool. It's been cool to see some of the other guys in the community, you know, doing their thing. So like Carl Kiefer, he's awesome. I haven't watched it yet, but posted a video of himself. I believe he's walking with a ruck, which is also really cool, to honor those in service of our country. So very cool. And Rudd's definitely lost some weight, got a little slimmer, so that's pretty awesome too. But when I watch fitness YouTube, I'm much more interested in the guys that do scientific approaches and look at case studies and have just more of an overall scientific approach to training and programming and diet and nutrition, because when it comes down to it, that's what our bodies are. They're just, biology and chemistry. So I think taking the scientific approach is pretty much the way to go. And if anybody is interested in who I'm watching, just comment down below. I'll be happy to steer you in their direction. Then I go 10 laps on the strap. Finish up. And if you're not into health and fitness, I apologize. I know it's not everybody's thing, and it doesn't have to be. As long as you're a healthy person, and you're happy with the way you are, I don't believe that you need to, do any kind of dieting or crazy diets or anything like that. So long as you're healthy and you're happy, that's the main two things, But if you are interested in training, and learning about health and fitness, I'd be happy to steer you in the right direction, because there is a lot out there. And there's also a lot of apparent drama going on in the fitness community. And people just using what's called bro science, which is just really dated stuff that is proven not to be true anymore, but people still kind of preach it and follow it. But yeah, just the kind of stuff you don't really want to follow, but it's still being preached because it makes money. And unfortunately, money will make people do and say almost anything, But So just a couple channels I can think of off the top of my head. Athlean X, Jeff Cavalier, he is excellent, probably one of the biggest fitness YouTubers out there. He's very, very qualified and gives great information. Omar Isuf, spelled Omarisuf. He's also really good. He's been doing like kind of the scientific approach since before it was a thing, so he is awesome. And Jeff Nippard, he's pretty great too. And Shredded Sports Science. So just off the top of my head, those are some channels I'd recommend checking out if you are interested in, they're not necessarily the most entertaining, but they give great information. And then I guess I'm not counting my Paladin video, or my last video as the Paladin review. I'll probably be doing that again. But anyway, that's the shave. Sorry again for that rant. But yeah, fitness is another passion of mine. I hope you guys don't mind me talking about it here. If you'd like me to keep it strictly shaving, which is understandable, this is a shaving channel after all. I completely understand that. But if you don't mind me just talking about, stuff that I like, then, I really appreciate that as well. I understand that people are all like, it's your channel, you talk about what you want to talk about, but at the same time, I'm making content for you guys. So if it's not something you want to hear, and I know that, there's always going to be someone, but yeah, if you guys don't mind me talking about it, or you're interested in me talking about it more, maybe how I approach my training, which isn't necessarily applicable to everybody, because I classify myself into more of the intermediate. I started working out when I was about sophomore summer of my junior year. So I finished sophomore year of high school, going into my junior year of high school. I started working out then. That was in 2012, so it's been about 7 years, not consistently though, but I was consistent for about 4 of those 7 years, and then due to a wrist issue that I had, I took a very long hiatus from the gym. My diet was really poor. I did gain some weight because of that. Wasn't too happy about that, so now I'm back in the gym, back working out, feeling a lot better. But yeah, so that's that. I'm talking about this a little too much. Just quick recap. So for those of you still around, Declaration B3 covered in lather with Gratiot League Square and the Awabi White Ribbon Spreca 9/8. Got that tip, tang work, White Ribbon Awabi scales that this light is just massacring. Unfortunately, they look so much better in person. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. As I said, let me know what you think about talking more about health and fitness. If that's something you're interested in, I can cover topics maybe you're not too sure about to a basic extent. I'm not really an expert. I didn't get my degree in it. My personal training cert was very basic at best, so I do know about exercise and I do know a little bit about dieting, but I don't want to try and coach people or anything. I just like to steer you in the right direction if that's something you're interested in. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, comment below, please. Like to know what you think about talking about this stuff more, if that's something that interests you, or if you just don't want to hear it at all. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya.